Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Hello, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel Lunch with Anubhav. If you have already subscribed to my channel, press the bell icon to get the latest updates. In today's class, we are of course continuing with the revision for class 10 CBSE French exam 2022-23 batch. And today we are going to do Trouvez la question concept revision. Under concept revision, we are actually going to discuss how to form questions based on the type of replies that you'll be getting as question in your question paper. Of course, the sentence sounds a bit complicated, but yeah, that's how it is. Like in your question, you actually have replies, and to those replies, you need to frame the questions, right? So, all my other videos based on the revision for this particular year's exam are present in the playlist, okay, titled CBSE Class 10 Division Videos 2022-23, and the link to that playlist has been provided in the description box below, so you can watch the other videos as well in case you have not. Right. So, okay. Now, let's discuss the type of questions that you can get in Trouvez la question. Okay. Based on the sample paper and previous year's papers, I have enlisted 7-8 types. So, first question you can get is of place. Now, when it's place, you know how to form the question. It's with U, and then you can form with the inversion, right? Now, what sort of replies you can have in order to make a question for U? You can have with habiter, like j'habite. Say j'habite à Paris, or aller can also be there. Je vais à Paris. I live in Paris, or I go to Paris. So how you can form the question? Où habitez-vous, or où habites-tu, or où vas-tu, où. Right. With où you can form. Où means where. You can form with vous, you can form with tu, both ways it's fine. Okay. And but there's one more type under this particular sort of question, okay, which is D apostrophe and U. Okay, now this is also used in certain cases where instead of this preposition for place, we have the. For example, je viens de Delhi, I come from Delhi, or je viens du Japon, I come from Japan. When these will be there, the du in before the verb, and that case you are going to ask in this way: do and then inversion and then the rest of the sentence, the place name. No, just the inversion, and if there's any rest of the sentence after the place, then you can of course proceed with that. Now, what does it mean? It means from where. Okay, only in this case where you have the, du, the, la, all of it before the place, and you have to form a question revolving around the place itself. Okay, in that case you are going to use do. Otherwise, if there is a or on, au, aux in front of the place, and the question needs to be formed based on the place only, then you have u. Okay, so we are clear with the application of do. Do means from where. Okay, so when we have the, du, the, la, then you are going to use do. So this was your type 1. Type 2. The second type, okay, say dash or ce sont dash, some object. Okay, some object, non-living object. This is dash or these are dash. Okay, so the question will revolve around these objects only. Suppose c'est un cahier, or say ce sont des livres. Okay, so for example, this is your question, right? In both such cases, be it say or ce sont, the question will be qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est stands for what is this and what are these as well. Okay, you don't think of writing it like qu'est-ce que ce sont, because that's wrong. Okay, we don't say qu'est-ce que ce sont. It's simply qu'est-ce que c'est. So if there's an object like if there's an object and the question needs to be framed on that object, followed by which is preceded by say or ce sont, in that case you are going to go for qu'est-ce que c'est. What if in place of an object there was a person? What will you do then? Say dash. For example, c'est mon professeur. What are you going to do then? You are going to ask in this way. Qui est-ce? Who is this? Okay. And what if yeah, this was type 3. I forgot to mention about that. What if, like, ce sont des livres, say ce sont mes professeurs. These are my professors. Ce sont mes professors. What are you going to ask then? Who are they? Right. So you can ask who are they like this. Very easy. Qui sont-ils? Ils sont means they are at first third person conjugation, third person plural conjugation. Inversion and qui means who. Qui sont-ils for plural and qui est for singular. And qu'est-ce que c'est for non-living objects for both, be it singular or plural. Okay, so this was your type 3 and this is your type 2. Okay, type 4. Okay, I need to rub it off. Type 4. Suppose you get the reply in the question as something written, then you either have car or parce que, and then the rest of the sentence stating some reason. Okay, in this case, of course, you are bound to use pourquoi. Car means as, parce que means because, and when we answer to a question with as or because stating some reason, the question is of course why, right? And why in French is pourquoi. Okay, so for example, you can have like like this. Je ne viens pas car or parce que je suis malade. Though it shouldn't be like both the present tense, but I'm making things simple as of now because we are just discussing this concept, right? So, je ne viens pas car je suis malade. I won't come because I am sick. Okay. So, you'll form in the question in this way that why didn't you come? Okay. Pourquoi tu ne viens pas? Fine. Pourquoi and then inversion will be better, right? So yes, that's how you're going to do pourquoi, then inversion, and then the rest of the sentence. Now the fifth one we have material. Also, I would say intonation should also work here. Why you didn't come? Pourquoi tu ne viens pas? Or inversion. Now I need to think whether it should be intonation or inversion. Well, in pourquoi most of the times we do inversion only, but here I feel like intonation is also possible. I'll confirm this in the comment section. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll confirm this in the comment section. Fifth is material. Now, what do I mean by material? Some object is made up of what? The dress is of cotton, the dress is of silk, the table is of wood. Like that, in that sense. The statue is of this or this metal, like that. So, in what manner we are going to frame a question for such sort of reply. For example, cette robe est en soie. This dress is of silk. Okay, or cette table est en bois. This table is of wood. Then the question will be what? What is this made up of? Or what's the material of it? Like we won't say what's the material of it literally as such. Simply, what is it made up of? Okay. So, en quoi est dash. For example, cette robe est en soie. En quoi est cette robe? Of what is this dress? Reply, this dress is of silk. La table est en bois. En quoi est la table? In that way, you can form the question when it has some material. Okay, now like it's in the sample paper as well, there was one question like this, and in previous year paper also there was one question like this. Okay, so that's why I felt like this can also be considered as a question type. Also, don't learn these types as type 1, type 2. I am saying type 1, type 2 for my convenience, okay? There's nothing like type 1, type 2 question when it comes to Trouvez la question, no. It's just that I am, for my ease, I'm saying type 1, type 2 to have a track that, okay, I have completed this many discussion and this much is left. So we have done with type 5. Again, don't call it type 5. It's simply the material question, okay? Sixth one. The reply has C in it. C and then an affirmative sentence. When do we reply with a C? When the question has been asked in negative. Okay. And when we have to answer in either yes or no, esker is considered to be the best way of interrogation. One of the most common way, if not the best, the most common one. Okay. Esker. So esker, then subject, then na plus verb plus pa, or if there is any negative expression required. Okay, so esker subject plus na plus verb plus pa, and then the rest of the sentence and then the question mark. Okay, so if the question is a negative, then you'll answer with C. Okay, I mean, okay, not all the time. When you need to say yes to a negative question, you won't say V, you say C. If there's a negative question and you have to reply negative only, then you will write no here. Okay. Otherwise, if you have to say yes, then C and then the rest of the sentence. Now, this was another type. For example, est-ce que tu ne parles pas en anglais? Do you not speak in English? Don't you speak English? Then, if you want to say no, then no, je ne parle pas en anglais. Or if you want to say yes, si je parle anglais. Okay. One more important thing that I want to discuss. The reply is with je, you will form a question with tu or vous. The reply is with nous, you will form a question with vous. Okay. And if the reply is in third person, you'll ask the question in third person only. Like, for example, he is good, how is he? Both the places same subject pronoun, right? So in third person, need not to worry much about it. But yes, like in fact in they as well, who are they? They are this. Didn't change the subject pronoun, right? But here, if the reply is with je, question with tu or vous, and if the reply is with nous, then the question will be with vous. Please take care of that. And if the subject is changing, then of course the conjugation of the verb will also change. So make sure that you are writing the correct conjugation, and writing the question mark after the question is also compulsory. So you can't miss it. That too has some, that must be having some weightage, if I'm not wrong. Like if there's a minor error, 1 mark will be deducted, as much as I know, okay? Because there's no sort of half mark thing in board exams, if I'm not wrong. You need to write the full thing correct in order to get 1 mark per part. Okay. Now, 7th type, to go somewhere by some means. Okay, maybe à pied or en voiture or en avion, some means of transport. Like, how did you go there? You are going by on foot or by car or by plane or by train or by bus. So this type of question is also has been seen. This type of question has also been seen in the question papers. So in such question, let's take an example. Je vais, what can we say? À l'école. Yep. I go to school en voiture, by car. So question will be, how do you go to school, right? Comment vas-tu? Comment vas-tu? To where? You go to school. Comment vas-tu à l'école? Okay. And 8th one, again this type of question has been seen in previous 2-3 papers and the summer paper as well. Dash is difficult or is easy, or are difficult are easy. Dash est difficile, dash sont difficiles, dash est facile, dash est difficile. Now the question will be what? What is difficult or what is easy? To dash, if there's some another thing mentioned in the statement, right? Like, this is difficult to do. This question is difficult to do. Cette question est difficile à faire. So, qu'est-ce qui est difficile à faire? What is difficult to do? Or ce gâteau est difficile à préparer. This cake is difficult to prepare. So, qu'est-ce qui est difficile à préparer? In that way, right? So, in case you have something like facile or difficile, or maybe like any adjective describing that particular object, and that object is underlined, which means you need to frame the question here based on this, and you need to say that what is this, like what is difficult, what is easy, like that. Okay, so qu'est-ce qui, and then the rest of the sentence, est facile, est difficile, etc. Okay, so I enlisted these many type of questions. Of course, there are many more ways of forming questions, like just the intonation, just the inversion, and then you have quand for when. So I discussed the common ones. Okay, it's not necessary that your question paper will have out of these 8 types only. It's not at all necessary. Okay, there can be questions apart from these 8 types as well. It's just that I observed these 8 types quite common. So to be quite common, that's why I felt like they should be discussed. Okay. Now in the next video, I am going to discuss some Trouvez question questions as well based on these types. Okay. So yeah, let's put a halt here. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel Learn French with Anubhav. And if you have any doubt or suggestion, you may write that in the comment section below. You may also like my Facebook page by the same name Learn French with Anubhav. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Au revoir. N'oubliez pas que la langue française est l'amour.